Welcome back. Tonight I'm going to continue the Archon quest. So I gotta go talk to Sino. Got one more thing to do over here before I start. There we go. Okay. So I teleported pretty close by it. To get right over everything. There we go.
So, where do we go from here?
So now, do you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Might be this. Actually look a little bit closer, so there's something in between the two pyramids.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Now isn't the time for complaining, Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
With some effort, you managed to retrieve the buried object.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Everyone goes in different directions and start digging in the sand. After a short while, you dig up another device nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
But running on sand is so tiring.
Aren't you flying?
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too? Of course it is!
Nothing's going on at the moment.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument. Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia! Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
But those guys don't even have visions.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
He's not gonna be that strong, is he?
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia?
Huh? Hazen?
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Can't we just fight these guys? They're not even vision users.
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
I see, they want to try and fight the Academia. Or try to stop them anyways.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the Village Keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
This seems dangerous.
Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Yeah.
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
I'll say like, oh. If she's gonna have one less arm, then it's not gonna be that useful of a character.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Please don't do that ever again.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
I think he was just saying the truth.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
We return to our village. What are the chances of success? Okay. Gotta change the time. There. Well, let's see what I got in my mouth. Ooh. Cool. That's for the PlayStation Plus thing. Free thing you get. Let's see. Over there. Gather at the entrance of the village.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Yeah, I think that's pretty dangerous.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
That's a long distance, let's see. The map. There we go. Wow, got a lot of distance to make. Let's start traveling. Again, I'm gonna pass by the treasure. I won't be able to mark that on the map. Give me some distance. Oh, it looks like it's almost right at the temple, a chance. I wonder how the treasure's gonna be hidden. Seems like it might actually be just way out in the open treasure for this area. see, can I stand on it safely? Looks like it. Okay. Just another 1,200 meters to go. What's this? Oh, it's withering. I didn't think the withering would be in this zone. Almost to the waypoint. Good thing to have. Wow, it's very big. There's some more spores. I'm supposed to use that. Oh, I can use it back. There we go. The world opened itself to those with noble hearts. The Mausoleum of King Desert. What's this thing? Well, the algorithm thing's here too. I believe I saw it over here. The Drake. No, this is something else. I guess it's the boss on there. I'm guessing Sienna probably needs that material. Okay. I'm not gonna get. Oh, shortcut. This area is very bright. What are these things? Grapples? Those things with the zero cost thing that we get for having PlayStation Plus. Oh, the bird. I thought you were mentioning the bird. Oh, okay. Right. Don't want you to take match though. Yeah. Sorry, kind of reminds me of Wonderland, honestly. I suppose I could just go right to the front entrance of this thing. Is this just a domain? Nope. That would be kind of funny if it was just a small domain with artifact grain. Let's see. What is this thing? New entry. This enemy looks really cool. These ancient machines, which come from the desert, are quite distinct from the ruined machines. In combat, these primal constructs will fire their components out while their cores enter an invisible state that hides them and increases their resistance. Use crystallized reactions to strike those cores or use electro attacks on them during such times as they fired components that have been destroyed and need to be recovered to cancel this invisibility and cause the cores to be immobilized due to extensive overclocking. Okay.
Bam!
Oh, I think I'll shoot at that spot. They were missing the invisible hand. Business. Okay. What's this? Defeat this without disabling its invisible state. Okay. More good gems. How close this thing to be flying? I have a feeling like it'll be valuable. Oh. Actually don't even have to climb it, kind of. Maybe a little bit. Figured it out now. Oh no, it's at the top of this pyramid. I will grab this one because it's going to be pretty easy to mark off on the map, I assume. I think great. No? Let's see, any notable... Hey, what's over there? Oh, it's backwards to Samara, by the looks of it. The rest. Oh, there's a smaller pyramid over there. And it's just sand. Nothing even notable. But that's what we get to. Not at the moment. I've seen viewpoints. Very cool. There they are. Made before me. Probably because I was climbing that pyramid. Took me forever.
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
You didn't have to admit to that.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
They're hiding.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Time to fight? Came all this distance just to fight.
Playmate! What do you think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Oh, we're going underground. I think I was Kusanali.
Paimon's dizzy.
Is everyone okay?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance. The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No doubt. You finally believe me?
The dendro archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
Same.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
We're just gonna let him go inside with us? Okay. This seems kind of silly. Find the ancient temple beneath the flowing desert. 5 more primos. Mysterious ruins. see, I'm gonna swap her to
Prepare to move out.
That way it's the right team. Because this could be kind of difficult. The only reason why Kusanagi is even in my team is... Not Kusanagi, Kalei is in my team is because I want the friendship. I'm just making sure that she's in the teams, not switch around the characters. She's the only character I have left for friendship at the moment.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah! And there's so many plants! It's so pretty!
Sir Rahman.
Huh? Me?
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from the Scarlet King civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Is it by chance that Kusanagi is the Scarlet King?
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Can't catch me!
Oh. This seems like the right thing. Okay. Look up at the hall as immortal and listen to King Deshret's holy guidance. Okay. Oh, it looks like an elevator. Gotta make sure to get all the treasure inside these domains. Because there's
Can't
not
catch
another
me.
chance to get it. Okay. Activate elevator. Oh, it's like a push bell. I wanted to see if there's anything down below this. Okay. Oh, I could have just activated the elevator. Okay. Escape. Oh.
Order guide you!
Okay.
Coming to be! Attaboy!
Good now. I can't look at it at the moment. That's probably for
Can't catch me!
the anniversary, I'm guessing. What rings?
Gather! Advance! Burst forth! It's showtime! Bam!
something on this side of the stairs. Okay. Let's go down further. Oh, this is similar to Mo's domain. No. Okay. Let's go forward.
This is order. Fall in!
What's this, an elevator as well? No? Treasure. Wouldn't try to get from him, man. Didn't look around. Okay, let's bring back the elevator. To the long elevator? Or did I deactivate it? I'm confused. Okay. Door of Resurrection.
Advance! Come into being! Let's roll! I will have order!
Yeah. Okay. That extends it. Nice. Guess this was just a stopping point. So I think fall damage. Huh? Oh. Okay. Oh, I think I see what I gotta do. Okay. Confused because I was trying to do this. So I just need to wait until the lever's down. Okay. Alright. There we go. Lots of enemies. Okay.
Press the advantage! Who wants some of this?
I don't want those. Okay. Let's go interact with it. Turn off. Start up. Okay. Oh, can I not move? Okay, so there's just off. Let's stop there. Let's see, what does this one do? Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, it's bringing me further.
Oh, now that's a sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Don't know how anyone's gonna get to it though. It's a portal. Oops. Let's see, where am I? Right in the heart of the temple.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Maybe it's an illusion. What's going on? Okay.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
It looks like a tomb.
Oh, these are Scarlet King runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated.
I wonder if that counts. Hilichurl language.
The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
So it seems like Grey Lord sacrificed themselves to stop what the king brought upon the world. And that's the whole reason for the, what is it, the Blight? Huh.
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
Grey Lord Rukkhadevata came to the rescue of King Deshret's and his people, but eradicating the forbidden knowledge took so much of her power. The two deities' followers have resented each other all the time, completely unaware that their gods struck by each other throughout life and death.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refused to believe any of the rumors. The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans, fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
He takes some time to collect his thoughts. His reaction is
how you doing?
Strange.
I'll live.
Hold on,
Thanks.
is that another eye?
I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you, too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
More or less, it's actually just the Fatui. Our true enemies.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
This is a turn for the better.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
Problem with this is I don't think the Aramites are gonna help very much. Not being vision users and all.
Hmm.
Sino, we're leaving!
Stop yelling.
Precious treasure. I don't think there's anything around here. Let's go further. I think I'll be able to get the theme I was talking about from my mail after the dialogue. Oh, okay. Let's see. Ooh, another 400 primogems and 2 more fragile resin. Nice. Let it get. It said right there. Yes, it's treasure 3 or 4. Very nice. With the achievement. 5 more. Ah, we gotta go to the camp now. Let's see. I guess this location will be fast scaling. Still got some distance to make to get to the camp. I should say my ATM. I have to climb up one of these walls. outside.
Careless.
Huh. I can't climb out it. And there's more fire fungi. Okay, let's just go right past that. Straight to quest. Whoa, where's this? There's also a fishing spot over there. I'm talking about artifact grind for his characters. Yeah. Good luck. Oop, there's a whip. Let's grab that. Saves us so much time. Why aren't these guys would have been enemies before this quest? I'll never know.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
So I think the sages are annoyed with that they didn't get the whole of that knowledge. The knowledge that we just know about but don't know.
Well, you
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
May I ask him a question?
Be my guest.
The sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
That's what they're doing.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
But the sages' end product won't be Grey Lord Rukkhadevata. It'll be the Balladir.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Even now, they still refuse to acknowledge Lesser Lord Kusanali. Never imagined a god could be subjected to such cruelty.
Alright, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Okay. So go back to the village. Enter the village chief's house. Let's see.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy.
It's hard not to feel weighed down by what we just learned. Despite everything Lesser Lord Kusanagi has done for her people, the Academia has abandoned her in the sanctuary of Sursthana like a lost cause. Even those she protected have never realized that there's a small and childlike God in the world.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
I want to share everything I know with all you.
So you were still withholding some information?
Yes, I'm sorry. I had my reasons. But now I know we're all in this together. In between the conversation, Candace and Paimon bring over snacks and tea. Dia's expression is relaxed. Our mood hasn't changed. Saina has firm and solemn look on his face. Ayatham also turns toward the crowd, who also listens. After that, the whole story comes out. You share all the
Even though we
experience
lived
and
through
feelings.
all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
That's everything we've experienced so far in
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Raman's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
I like the idea of a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
No matter what lies ahead, I'll do my utmost.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
To be continued. Are you kidding? Is that where they're gonna end it? Yeah. Reminds me of what Zinku is saying. Gotta wait until the next story. Ah, well. Let's see. Well, I think this is a good place to end it. A little disappointed that that's where the story ended. Wanted to continue, you know? I could talk. Yeah, 5 weeks before we get to continue the story. I'll talk to these people.
In the past, I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship. If we can find a way to change all of this, will this nation become a better place?
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on. And none of it'll earn me a single mora. I can't believe it.
Look on the bright side, Dia. Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
Paimon would buy boatloads of tasty snacks.
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
How adorable. Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. If there's a chance they can come true, I'll give it my best shot. And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
What? Hold on. If you didn't hear him, he just mentioned Nintendo is going to start making games $70.
Osmanthus wine.
And the first one is going to be Skyrim. The game that came out, like, I don't know, 10 years ago? It should be, like, I don't know, beyond anything. 15 years ago? Anyways, we've been waiting very long for Skyrim 6. Or not Skyrim, I mean Elder Scrolls 6. Still, $70 is way too much for a game that's been out for 15 years. And it's not going to be like remastered or some crazy thing. It's just going to be the same game. Oh yeah, if it's on Switch, and it's probably going to have dumbed down graphics. Anyways, $70 is so stupid. I don't like the idea of games increasing the price. I understand if they're giving you something, but if it's either a remaster or a same game, for instance, it does not need to be $70. Specifically mentioning Last of Us 1, $70 for a remaster of a game that didn't entirely need a remaster.
Osmanthus.
Nice. Let's continue on.
Don't rush. This is a big undertaking, and the planning and preparation for what lies ahead will no doubt take some time.
I want to rush.
Take it slowly. We need to make sure the plan is as effective as possible.
5 weeks is too long.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something to read?
No way. Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of lending them out.
Ugh, you're so annoying.
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Though I cannot leave Avra Village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes. I've never felt as roused as this when fighting alone in the past. I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
Okay. I think I talked to everyone. Thank you for watching. If you've been enjoying this, please leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I liked this. It was more entertaining than the first one, I think. Although I'm disappointed that it doesn't continue. It's annoying that it still is,
Hello there. Is there anything you need?
more to do, and we can't experience it until a while. But I'm looking forward to it. Nice. Right, the event. So I'm going to, let's see, do the event next week on Wednesday when everything's out, so I can have one video of the entire event, so you'll be able to see the entire quest line and the mini games and stuff. So next week on Wednesday is probably the next time I'll be streaming this, unless there's a event that's sooner than that, which I don't think there is at the moment. Anyways, also thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel. And if you also would like to support, you can click the link down below. And thank you.
What are you gonna do now?
Oh, right. I'm going to play some DBD in a bit. So I will see you then.